Woo, from the bottom. Fish on, baby. Come on, mutton, 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 mutton. And welcome back, guys. So today we're gonna go over one of my favorite rigs to be able to catch one of my favorite fish, and that's the mutton snapper. I'm gonna go over the whole line, leader, setup, everything you need to be able to crush these fish. But make sure you guys stay tuned. It's gonna be towards the middle to the end of the video. I'm gonna walk through the whole thing. But in the meantime, let's jump into the action and let's go catch the mutton snapper. There's bait everywhere, smacking the surface right now. Let's see if we can get some in. Sometimes it's hard, right, to get them when it's just kind of open water here. So you can see them all. Today we're drifting the edge, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4 rods out. We have two top waters. I got a top water and like a mid bait, and then we got 2 bottom baits. We loaded up. You guys saw it loading up on pilchards. There's some fatties in there. Let's see if we can get into the bite. We're doing a little drift right now. The current is pretty dead, so I don't know. If it doesn't pick up, we may have to do something else, but we kind of drifted down and then we're drifting out here, you know, through some of the mutton marks. Hopefully we can get a mutton today, or maybe a king, you know, we'll see. Tried a couple different depths and go from there. So let's go over my mutton snapper setup. This thing absolutely slays muttons. So I like to use a Penn Slammer spinning rod. This is a 8500 with an Esky heavier rod. I believe this is a 6-footer. I use braid right to monofilament. The braid on here is a 30-pound test, right to a 40-pound monofilament leader. A lot of people use fluorocarbon. I just use mono. This is an Andy 40-pound clear leader. I think it just works fine. I haven't had any difference. So the key is here, what I like to do, I take my braid, I'm gonna tie it directly to my monofilament. I like to use an FG knot. It's really easy to do. And then right from the FG knot, the key is here, and this is the trick. So I'll put a loop knot in right after my mono is tied to my braid, and that's where I'm gonna attach my weight. So my weight, I think the heavier the better. This is a 16-ounce lead with a 40-pound little piece of leader, and I attach it to a swivel. So what is going to happen here is that this is tied to my braid. I have a loop knot, and then I'll pull out about 75 feet of leader from this before I actually attach it to my hook and my bait. But this loop knot, once we cast out our bait, we're going to attach the weight and that swivel to the loop knot. So now this is going to be bouncing along the bottom. Try to keep it a little bit above, and that keeps your bait down in the water column. If you use too light of a weight, this will end up coming up with the current, and then your bait's way off. You'll end up catching bonito or getting bait off. So that keeps it down to the bottom. From there, you're going to have 75 feet. I'm not going to pull it all the way out, but I'll pull out 75 feet a leader. Typically, the longer the better here in South Florida. As long as you're not on the reef's edge in like the 90 to 100 foot, you're not really going to get tangled up. A lot of it's just sand. I'll usually catch all my mutton snapper in like 130, 140 feet. So I'll use that 75 feet long leader. That way the bait is away from the weight. Your weight, if it's sitting here, and you have your bait sitting right next to your weight, it's going to scare away the mutton snapper, especially here in South Florida. So we want to keep it as far away as we can. As soon as we get it way away, I like to tie, this is a 5/0 circle hook mustad. I use a uni knot, and I'll tie it directly to the end of my leader and then right to my bait. But like I said, the key is here, we want to make this as stealth as possible. This is a 40-pound monofilament leader, an Andy leader. Tie it right to an FG knot, right to your braid. We have about 75 feet of line. That way your bait can swim easy, look real, and look as natural as possible. Right to a 5/0 circle hook. We don't want to overdo this either because this will scare away those muttons. And then right to your bait. The line and lead, again, it's a 16-ounce lead, 40-pound mono here to just a snap swivel, and then that's right to that loop knot. So my favorite baits, I catch the most amount of mutton snapper on ballyhoo, live ballyhoo. Those are my go-tos favorites, but a nice pilchard will do the trick as well. So for now, let's jump back into the action and go get a mutton snapper. It's a bottom rod pilchard 5/0 circle hook. Everything down here is all sand for the most part, unless you hit into a wreck. So 16-pound lead to the bottom. Set it and forget it. Fish on, baby. Oh yeah, fish on, fish on, fish on. Come on, fish on, baby. Woo! Woo, from the bottom. Oh, come on. Still pulling. Woo! 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 Come on. Lost the weight somewhere. Come on, mutton, 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 mutton. Yeah, baby. Woo! Mutton snapper. Woo-hoo-hoo! Let's go. That's what we wanted. Oh, and we got my weight back. That's what we wanted. Whew. There he is. Got to be about 19 inches. Let's just double check and make sure he's big enough here. 19. He's about 20. He is a nice sandwich. Whew. Yeah, baby. Let's put him in the box. It's better than a little mutton snapper. All right, so short trip today. We got this nice mutton in the box. We're gonna do a little catch and cook. So stay tuned. We'll see you guys. That wave is insane. So we'll see you guys back at the house. Let's get this mutton snapper. Here, cut them just like any other fish right there. And the head down kind of across his stomach there. A little bit more scaly. Knife needs sharpened. Good. All right. Just run it right up their ribs there. Back side, do about the same right here. There we go. One day I'm gonna make a soup out of the head, but not today. What the hell's you eat? Cut that off anyway. Sorry guys, they're doing construction. Okay. So, looking good. So, we're gonna grab them I'm gonna put them in a Ziploc bag. Probably wrap them in a little bit of, paper towel, and then put them in the fridge and I like to let them harden a little bit, and then probably cook them tomorrow. So, we'll see you guys in the kitchen. All right, we're back in the kitchen. So tonight we're actually gonna we got the mutton snapper fillets right here. We're gonna make a McDonald's filet of fish, or McFish? McFilet of fish? I don't really know. So what we're gonna do is, we got our mutton snapper fillets. We're gonna put it into some flour first, and then an egg wash. And then we're gonna go into the breadcrumbs, and then we're going right into that hot oil right there. And we got, so filet of fish is cheese, and then we got our buns, and then what's a fish sandwich without a little bit of tartar sauce? So we're gonna get this stuff, start breading all this stuff up, and then get that thing in the hot oil. Got our egg wash. Right, a little flour, put it in the egg wash. I'm gonna throw it right. Oh yeah. Some breading. There we go. Look at that. All right, we got our fish. Oh yeah, it's nice and hot. Yeah, it might need to be a little hotter, but it's okay. Oh, all right. Gonna cook it probably 3-4 minutes on each side until they're lightly brown, and then we'll flip them over and do the other side. There we go. Flip them over. All right. I think we're all good here. Make a mess. Oh no. Damn you! Nope. Alright. we're gonna use, we're gonna make it out of that guy. When I was looking up a McChicken, or a McFish, the cheese was on the bottom. So we're gonna put, which is really weird because normally you put the cheese on the top, but I don't know if it's something with the fish or just something McDonald's did. So a little tartar sauce on the top. Oops. There we go. Put it right in there. Got ourselves a tasty homemade McChicken, baby. Look at that cheese. All right, moment of truth. Oh, it's gonna be hot. Gotta get, yeah, this bite. Oh yeah. It's definitely, it's definitely like way better than whatever McDonald's white fish they cooked. I'll tell you that much. It's probably like processed chicken they call fish, but this is really freaking good. Look at that. I highly recommend this one. So, that's freaking awesome. So, I'm gonna eat the rest of this sandwich and then get this video out for you guys. But thanks so much for watching. More fishing, boating videos on the way. This is Blue Water Life.